Excuse my work attire. Let's get this review started, guys. Scary stories to tell in the dark. Action. You ready for this story? Alright, look at the camera. Hang on, just keep looking at the camera and be like, excuse my... What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? My name is Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie talk for movie fans, ladies and gentlemen. We're bringing the movie world right into your devices, ears. Thank you for making us a part of your day. And let's get right to it, guys. This is our review of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I mean, this is a freaking great book series that we, it's three books. And, it's funny because we were talking about this right before we, off camera, right before we got going into the movie, just trying to reimagine all the stories that we're told, and all that stuff. And it was so many stories. Not all of them are great, but some of them are really good. And the ones that were mentioned in this movie were, do you feel like you should have changed it a little bit? Like, as far as the stories goes, like maybe not picked it, Harold and all that stuff. Because, obviously Harold was in it. He is the poster in this movie, but.
To be honest, I remember reading them as a younger adult, teen, I guess.
As a child.
Well, I was a little scared as a child. When I was a child.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember reading it way back then. I don't remember too much of the stories. I know there was like a lot of the story like titles were like from the books that maybe they didn't touch on that were kind of like nods.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily remember a lot of them, so I can't say truly which one I would have preferred to see over the ones that were in the movie. Yeah. But as far as the ones that were in the movie, I think they fit the storyline pretty well.
Yeah,
and I couldn't really imagine any other way.
I will say this though. So it's a small town feel. It's Mill Valley, and I love the time setting. I really do. It's set in the 80s.
It definitely works. Yeah. Well, it's actually in the 60s.
The 60s. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, it definitely works for the type of stories and for it to actually be believable. If it was maybe set in 2019, I wouldn't believe it.
That's the problem, though. You try to make a movie like this in 2019 with technology nowadays, it just won't go. It really won't, and it won't have that same emotional feel to it. It won't have that same attachment, and won't have that same outcome when it comes to stories like these.
I feel like it loses a lot of like that mystique and that suspense. Part of the story is when they find out that their friends are the next story, they run and try and catch it in time. Well, if it was in 2019, it would just be calling or tweeting or texting, calling the police. Like it kind of loses that feel if it. At least for me, if it was set in the present time, I appreciate that.
I will say this: it was a good chemistry between the main four actors and actresses. And I actually, I really did enjoy this when it came down to it because their chemistry was really, really spot on. I felt like, just to get, I like it too at a certain point because none of these are big names. None of them are big names. Obviously, they're not Millie Bobby Brown. Whoever's hot right now in Hollywood, they're not those actors and actresses, which I liked because it's like, okay, let's see who could stick out more. We don't know too much about them. We knew one of them was Michael Garza. He's from the Mockingjay. Hunger Games. Yeah. So he plays Eddie. So we kind of were like, who's that? Who's that? Made us do a little research and figure out who's who. And just to see this and just to see everything come to life, I really did love their chemistry together. And then also, we got a lot of I would say we got a lot of storytelling out of this. But see, the great thing about storytelling, and I always loved it too, because they had light comedy relief, and I love that because I feel like you would put too much comedy, it wouldn't have carried the story as well. And look, all I'm saying is that this is a great example to show that a movie like this, a scary story movie like this, that do exist, that don't have comedy every 20-30 minutes, I liked it.
Well, I feel like a lot of the comedy came from the two characters, the two friends that were guys, and one of them, it kind of felt like his character used comedy to kind of make him less scared
ease the tension.
Make him less scared of the situation. So if he was scared in the house,
no spoilers, by the way, we're not mentioning any spoilers.
He would use comedy to kind of make himself not as
scared. And see, that's the thing though. I want it to be natural. It felt very natural. It felt very like just a calm before the storm kind of sense. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to calm myself before something's about to go down.
Plus, also these are teenagers, like young teenagers. So I mean, it's believable. It makes sense.
Speaking of teenagers nowadays, I loved it because there was only one cuss word in this movie. That's not a spoiler, ladies and gentlemen. I loved it because it was only one cuss word
that we can think of, recall of in the moment right now.
Yeah, it's rated PG-13, ladies and gentlemen, and it's coming. This movie's coming out in an hour and 51 minutes, which it's a good runtime. I didn't feel like it was dragging whatsoever. And what I did love about this movie also was the chase moments, and I love that, and because it really carried the film. I'd say this film was kind of fast paced at the beginning. I just felt like it was just, there wasn't really too much of the they weren't showing us the background of the characters, which I was like, well, that's not really their story. It's the scary stories that tell in the dark, and I like that, of course, because I was just like, okay, get to the point. Show us these stories, how they would happen in that time setting.
Well, I liked how, while each character had a small little backstory, I appreciated that they focused more on, like you said, the stories and the origin of the stories and how they came about.
And how they carries the movie.
And I liked that because you're right, it is the main point is scary stories.
Yeah, and see, I mean, this does prove it. Like, it really is a great storytelling. I mean, I really did enjoy this movie a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I thought it was going to be cheesy. I really thought it was going to be over the top cheesy. And I didn't walk out with any cheesiness whatsoever, which I was cheesy. So surprised.
And surprisingly, I was kind of a little hesitant how the creatures would turn out. But I really liked the way they looked.
Not CGI. To a certain degree, maybe some of it was, but I would say like at least most of it was makeup. It was really good.
Really
makeup.
Cool the way a lot of the creatures, like the Django man.
Yeah,
awesome. Like it truly terrifying. Like,
from the book, from the pages of from the words on the pages to the screen. That's probably really
I liked that each creature in its own was like terrifying and. Oh, I'm not going to say that. But I really did like the way that, like, it was CGI. I'm assuming part CGI, part makeup, but the way it was done, it was done really well. It didn't look too distorted or anything. It didn't look pixelated whatsoever. It didn't look cheesy.
Yeah, it didn't. And I love that so much. Like, I cherish those moments when a horror movie, even though when they were moving fast, it didn't look pixelated. I liked it. I liked that a lot. That was really good. That's really good props to the behind the scenes and everything when it comes to the editing room and when it comes to CGI, makeup, all that sound effects, extra effects and everything that goes straight to you guys out there. So, I will say this though. This is the story I wanted, and I love it too because it shows so much potential here. This is a great starting point, I would say, for any franchise moviegoers out there, any franchises. This is where to start. This is a perfect example. Hey, we're gonna start off with this, and we're gonna see where it goes from here. And I love that so much. We're not gonna mention any spoilers, so we're not gonna mention anything whatsoever. But I will say this: like, it's a really great story. Be sure to check it out there near you. What did you feel like they needed in this movie?
Oh, that's so hard to say. I did want to see more, but I don't think that a longer runtime would have. No, I think it would have hurt the film more than helped it. So I can't think of anything at the top of my head. I just do want to see more because obviously they didn't touch on all the stories.
Of course not. Yeah.
So it just makes me want to see
3 books
more.
This is the first book. I would trilogy. Trilogy could be happening. We don't know. I'm excited for it. If this is a start. As long as there's story to be told and as long as it comes out natural, like I just feel like it needs to become natural. It needs to be not forced.
It depends. As much as I would appreciate a trilogy, I would be hesitant on how the next ones would be executed.
Hey, everyone is. When it comes down to, I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street, when they made Freddy's Revenge, it was just, oh gosh, it was just, I don't even want to, not good. I mean, just comparing horror movies and comparing, sequels and everything. I mean,
that would be the only hesitation I have because generally a lot of sequels aren't the best.
They're not.
They don't live up to the first one. So that would be my only kind of hesitation. Yeah. But other than that, I really can't think of anything that I think this new movie needed.
I felt like this. Okay, I'll be honest here. As much praise I give this movie, the climax of the movie was very short. But here's the thing though. I think they planned it out this way. The way the script was and the way the dialogue was in the climax of this movie, It felt short, and I felt like that's what they wanted, though. So, like, I didn't feel like, oh, maybe they were trying to exceed, like, go over the scale, CGI, everything. No, I felt like this movie needed to be short in the climax. As far as when the writing goes, and Del Toro was involved in this, of course, we're gonna get that chilling creepiness, adventure style, and I love that because that's exactly what I got out of this movie. I mean, we all know Del Toro's, Labyrinth. We all know his style. I mean, I don't like it so much, but
I love it. Oh my god, story. The creatures are amazing in that one.
But see, he always gives those creepiness to it, and I love that because that just shows who he is and what he is as a filmmaker. Now to go into this, like I said, I would have just changed the climax, but then I don't know what to change it to because I'm just like, it was short and simple, and I felt like that's what they wanted. So I'm just like hesitant. I'm on the fence when it comes to the climax of this movie. Now, everyone's going to talk about this climax of this movie, whether you liked it or not. Put it on the comments down below. Maybe you thought it was cheesy or whatsoever. Put it on the comments down below, guys. Maybe you thought it was the best climax of the movie that it could be at this very point of time. Put it on the comments down below as well, guys. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's go to ratings. Oh,
it's hard.
Well, before the ratings, was this the film that we deserved first?
I would say so. I feel like there's this general trend in the film industry now about live action or a lot of books to movies.
And here's the thing. Was there any jump scares or bump, 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 bump?
So, or like yes, music? We did have jump scares.
But
like
there's
any
no music.
No, and I
admire that.
Super appreciate that because for me, that's the thing I don't like about scary movies. They have the super loud music that either gives it away or kind of, for me, distracts from the scare. And I feel like they didn't have that much. Like, yes, there was music and everything, but I feel like the scares, the little jump scares here and there were just here and there because, they have to have them. But it wasn't, the music wasn't distracting, and I really appreciated that. Yeah,
and I also, I really do appreciate Michael Garza. See another Hispanic in the film industry trying to make a name for himself. I love that so much. Please get him more work, guys. Filmmakers out there. He was really good. Yeah.
All the cast. But I gotta say, my favorite though was Chuck. Okay, the one that was he's comedy.
You know who we're talking about.
He was a comic relief. He was like, for me, out of all of the
it felt natural. It didn't feel forced whatsoever. The comedy didn't feel forced whatsoever, and I love that so much in this movie.
I feel like he was relatable. Like, we all have a friend that's like Chuck.
Yeah,
like we all have it, and it's really funny to see that.
Yeah. Now let's go to ratings. All right, so ratings: 1 out of 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the lowest. What are you gonna rate this movie?
So hard. I really did enjoy it. I would really want to see it again. I would say probably an 8 for me. Yeah. I would say an 8 because it was really good storytelling. Mm-hmm. The creatures came out fantastic. The cast was great.
Yeah.
I didn't really have any problems with it. I would say a solid 8 for me.
I'm going to say an 8 as well. I'm going to have to agree with you there. We've just been on an agreement here. I mean, we need a fight on camera. We need a freaking fight on... You know what? We need to do an argument right now.
A 2.
Oh my god, we will give it an argument right now. We gotta start an argument, guys. If we hit 1 million subscribers, we will argue on live camera. If you want to see us argue, it gets down. Chairs are being thrown. Everything's going chaotic. I mean, just wait and see, guys. One of these days, we're gonna argue on camera. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with you on there. I'm gonna say an 8 as well. If I give it a 9, I'll be like, that's kind of pushing it. But an 8 is worthy. I would say an 8 is worthy because I really did enjoy this movie. I'm not gonna give it a 5 or 6 because I'm just like, man, I really enjoyed this movie.
For me, it was definitely above an average of 5 or 6. I don't think it's the best movie I've ever seen, deserving of a 9 or a 10. So I think a solid 8. 8. Pretty good ballpark to be around.
8's good, and Del Toro and everything, and I love, like I said, I love the way the story was told. I love the dialogue of this movie. Act 1 was really good and was really compelling and everything. I liked it because it was a really good, fast pace. Let's get the story going, and I love that so much. And it kept going throughout the movie because a lot of movies are just like fast paced in the beginning and it gets slow in the second, or it's slow in the beginning and then it gets fast paced in the middle, second and third act. And I'm just like, no. You need to stay one tone, one speed, and I love that so much.
It did have a good flow. Like I said, I appreciate that they did have more development onto the stories.
Yeah. Now you get scared a lot. I mean, let's be honest. And so, like, it wasn't that bad, right?
No. So yes, while the creatures were terrifying, yes, they were very terrifying. Yeah. I probably won't lose a lot of sleep
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
There are movies like when I saw Insidious and The Conjuring, those are very disturbing movies, at least in my opinion. Yeah. And I couldn't sleep for weeks. But I feel like this one, it wasn't as disturbing for me. Like, it is PG-13. So, I mean, obviously there were a lot of families that did watch it with us. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really good for those who, even if you are frightened by some movie, I think it's really worth watching. Boom. All right. Alamo City Movie Talk does approve this movie, guys. We do approve this movie. Check out a theater near you. We do recommend this movie, and I'm definitely going to buy this movie. I mean, it's enough. I liked it, and I enjoyed it a lot to where, like, I'm going to buy this movie. If you had to pick your favorite story or creature, what would you pick from this one? Oh, man. That's hard, right? Yeah. It's probably going to, you know what? In a weird way, it's probably going to be the toe. The toe. Yeah, I don't know why. I love the way they did a close up of. There's this scene where they do a close up of her, and she's going into the room, and I liked it because it didn't look fake to me, like, at all. Like, it looked real. That was my least favorite one. Oh wow! I want to say my favorite one was it was a tie between the Jangle. Oh, okay, that was person a good one too. And then the pale blob lady with the dark hair and dark eyes. She was terrible. It's confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. We got 5 stories. I'm gonna be out 5, and then I'm pretty sure it's 5. Correct us if we're wrong. Yeah, put it in the comments down below. We confirmed it's 5 stories that we just don't want to spoil it. We don't want to mention them, so be sure to look it out. Be sure to count, by the way. Be sure to check it out. If we're wrong, correct us. Yeah. All right, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680. I'm Angela, that Kylie D'Ange. And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like our review, guys. And thank you for watching. And thank you for making us a part of your day. All right? You have yourself a wonderful day, guys. Have a wonderful week. It's almost school time. So be sure to check out movies right now. Get them while they're hot. Because it is hot here in Texas, guys. San Antonio, baby. Heat index is 105. And it is freaking no joke. All right? You have yourself a wonderful day, guys. Thanks for watching.